I was like, oh, now Cultmaster has actually a really decent card to play it in Paladin.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, so Hosty has a mech-oriented Miracle Rogue. Well, actually, no, you did mention he was running only one Gadget Sand and one Sprint, I believe. So
Yeah.
much less, you know, he doesn't run two Gadget Sand Auctioneers in his Rogue, so he does look like he's playing Miracle, but that's not entirely true. It's a bit more of a hybrid between Tempo / Miracle. Shielded Minibot here.
Yeah, that's so hard to handle.
You're gonna need some backstab, but unfortunately right now there's none. I think he might be forced to just auto-barber it. But now the Inoyotron is come out.
It's up what your plan is here. It's like,
oh yeah, nope. This is
a big nope.
Hello. Nope.jpg. Running program. Oh, he has to attack again. He's taken 5 damage so far just from attacking stuff and getting retaliated upon, and there is no way. Actually, the Goblin Auto Barber and Blade Flurry together can wipe this board, but you probably don't feel too good about doing that, honestly.
You know what would be the name of an Archon if it would be a beast?
What would it be?
Cockblock.
Oh wow. Oh no, you didn't go there, Lothar. You didn't dare.
Imagine the chicken there.
Oh my god, the big chicken. So if you enrage it, it gains +10 attack. Oh god. Alright, so nice puns aside, does he play his Mech Warper right now with like a Auto Barber, Prep BF, or Prep Sap? No. Yeah, Prep Sap and kill the 2/2. No way, you have to Blade Flurry here, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of awkward though, but the Paladin has no good answer, and now his Cultmaster value was kind of diminished.
The problem with that play is you have only 3 cards in your hand.
Yeah, but you have a really decent board right now, well, considering...
The Paladin will play the Cockhammer and just kill the...
Yeah, kill the Auto Barber, for sure.
Yeah. And then next it's just Keeper? Oh, sorry, the Peacekeeper, right? Maybe he will play the Peacekeeper right now.
I would play the Peacekeeper right now to lower the attack of the Auto Barber and get a good, you know, Cog Hammer turn next turn. That could probably be a bit more steady.
Peacekeeper might be the play here, and if it doesn't trade, then you have the Cog Hammer to use it for Divine Shield, and this would be really great.
Exactly. So it's always pretty decent. I mean, Altar Peacekeeper can be used both as a tempo play and as a neutralizing a huge minion. A lot of the time, Paladins will tend to use it in combination. At least they used to, and you know, with Stampeding Kodo and Control Pally. But nowadays, I see it a lot more used as a tempo play. They just put it down as a 3/3 body that negates the attack of a minion that would otherwise trade with it. Oh, Hosty top decking a Harvest Golem here, getting some nice use out of his Mech Warper. Keeping his board pretty safe right now. No Cog Hammer value here for Twixsen.
But at least the Eviscerate is out of the way. And that's also important to know. That affects your plays for sure. So now it's Dude and Cog Hammer.
It's kind of a necessity, despite the fact that you probably don't want to do that. At least you're gonna get a good Quartermaster eventually. You could buff that dude up to 3/3 if necessary. But I think the Rogue will just, you know, kill that thing pretty easily. Do you? Yeah, I don't see any other option. Oh. Okay, putting those 2 guys in consecration.
But there's the Sprint, which is very important because
it's on the curve too. Low. He is on curve. 7 man. Oh, never mind the curve. A little bit falls down.
Still the Dr. Boom, so...
Yeah, no, there is a good play to be done this turn. Oh, that Tinker's Sharp Sword. Alright, and the Paladin has no way to wipe this board super effectively right now. And there's a lot of damage on the Rogue's board.
Yep.
Wow. You cannot counter Boom, you're too vulnerable to just straight up face damage from Hosty's aggression.
Dude, this is awful. You have
there's no play.
Dr. Boom, and what you can do is just play Defend of Argus, kill Azure Drake.
Put down a little dude and Defend of Argus, kill Drake, and hope for the best.
I think so. This sucks. And the
This is
bombs.
terrible. There's a sap and a Tinker's Sharpsword Oil in Hosty's hand that's going to take care of any taunts left over if the boombots don't.
Yeah. This is really terrible.
Very tight spot here for Twixsen.
I don't see a way out of this.
No, it's definitely just going to have to be a play to win and put down things that might force the Rogue to trade if she doesn't have lethal. But she does have lethal. She's got 9 on board, 2 on board, so she's got 11, Tinker's Oil, and that is the game.
Backstab bomb. You can even backstab.
No, he can't backstab a bomb though. Can he? No, that's it. He backstabs the boom, and then he wins. The game is over.
Yeah, you could have style points for attacking first with your bomb, then backstabbing it. But that might trigger in the other bombs, so you know.
Yeah, and then never stop the chain
Dominoes.
reaction. Yeah, exactly. The domino effect of the boombox. So Rogue takes the game here. Paladin had no way to stop the very quick aggression. It's a poo. Alright. Wuputsupu. Alright, so apparently Polish trains have a different accent than I thought they did. And yes, there is a Wuputsupu on the board in Twixen's hand right now. And Hosty has a decent hand as well. You know, he's got the backstab coin SI7 in case something falls down. And quite frankly, I would not be surprised if his Twitch knee-jerk reaction to the Snow Chugger is all-out aggression to kill it right away. I wouldn't fault him for that.
Tricked you, and you could have been swearing in Polish, right?
Oh yeah, maybe I just said the worst possible swear words. Wupushipu actually means the most offensive words in the entire Polish language, and I would not know. Oh wow.
Okay, Rogue, what do you do?
You probably backstab SI7 right now. I would throw my entire hand on this board, if I could, just to do it. I would prep, card draw.
Good kill. Turn 3 Golem, turn 4 Nullifier, this seems to be really solid.
Yeah, but Twixsen as well has a really nice curve, and the Mech Warper to accelerate sometime in the mid-game for a second wind. So that could come in really handy for him. And there's no way for the Hosty to kill a Spider Tank right away, unfortunately.
Oh,
it's going to be very difficult. Do you play the Mechanical Yeti here, or do you just... I mean, Mech Warper, you could go Mech Warper, Free Clockwork Gnome, Attack Harvest, Ping the Harvest.
You have many options here.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I think the best might be the Shredder. That you have seen
and then you kill
long
the
backstab.
I feel Yeti is a bit sturdier though, in general. I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, the second body from the Shredder, you're right, could have actually made a huge difference. Because we're not in the late game yet, so the minions are going to be able to fight off with that 2-drop that comes out, are likely to be manageable.
Well, now it's kind of awkward. You have the Barber, and you have the Blade Flurry, but the Blade Flurry is not enough.
Yeah, I think you have to play the little Nullifier, and then you attack the... actually, Nullifier is actually terrible. You can't really... I think you have to try to set up a good Blade Flurry before you do anything else.
Yeah.
You just wait and take your time, set up a decent Blade Flurry, try to get something good done.
It's just Dagger and Barber, I think. Kill the tank.
And then wait for a good Blade Flurry turn sometime in the future.
Yep,
not at all what the Hosty decides to do. Apparently, we have it wrong. I mean, it can't die right now. The Arcane Nullifier cannot be pinged, so that's going to buy Hosty the time that he might want. But, you know, there's a ping on that 2-1, and then he can flood the board with Mech Warper and Shredder.
Yes, he can.
That's going to be a bit problematic.
I wonder.
Well, he has to decide, actually. He can't ping and Mech Warp. That's right, it's 2 mana each. So he has to... Yeah, he has to ping the Golem, and then Mech Warp, Clockwork, Cogmaster. I mean, it's kind of awkward either way. Whichever play you make right now is... I don't know. Yeah, I think Cogmaster, Clockwork, ping the Golem, and then...
Yeah, I think we do that. That's the best.
You flood the board, because you can still play the Piloted Shredder and ping on the following turn. So... Alright, Hosty though, looking like his Blade Flurry is looking a bit better right now. Over the next few turns, that's going to improve drastically.
Well, if he would actually use Dagger turn before, it would be so much better.
If he'd been able to put it out, it would have been great. But you can still play a second Arcane Nullifier, buy yourself a bit of time. Because turn 6 is when you can go Dagger, Auto Barber, Blade Flurry right away and get a really nice board clear. Yeah,
This is an awkward turn.
Yeah, and the positioning is a bit off, but not a big deal because, you know, if you plan to sacrifice it, it's not a big problem. Alright, and he does, so. Oh, the double piloted shredder here for Twixsen.
Oh wow, turn 6 double shredders? That's awesome.
That is one of the most tempo-heavy plays.
But first, you deal damage with the Clockwork Gnome just to see the part, right? It might affect the plays.
Well, you have to figure out, I mean, you have to kill the Arcane Nullifier. The thing is, playing Piloted Shredder twice is going to be a powerhouse play no matter what you do with the board. I mean, what kind of mech could Hosty put down that would really threaten your board presence at that point? It would have to be a Deadly Poison Blade for return, or some kind of Tinker's Sharp Sword, and he's got no mana to do that without a prep. And what are the odds of him having everything in hand at the moment?
Wow, that sucks, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, you could alternatively, you know, Clockwork Gnome and Yeti into the Arcane Nullifier, ping the Mech Warper, and attack with the Mech Warper. You just play one Shredder this turn and make sure that the board is completely clean.
What to do?
I think I would have different opinion. I would still kill the gnome first. Taunt, does it change anything? No.
Yeah, he has to decide whether he wants to play 2 Shredders or ping the Mech Warper and kill it. But I don't really think he's afraid of the Mech Warper's outcome. Apparently he's much more scared of it than I would be in this position.
Oh, he didn't play the Taunt, or he didn't have the time to play the Horn on the Shredder.
Yep, you're right, actually, and that's going to backfire quite heavily, because right now there's a complete board clear coming up from Hosty with that backstab.
Yep.
Oh wow, so it depends on what the 3-2 is. I mean, the 2 drop is. Could be anything, ranging from Doomsayer to, Echoing Ooze is going to just blow up here. Nothing surviving here after Twixen's board wipe. I mean, Hosty's board wipe.
2-3 would have survived, so there was a slim chance of that happening. And that horn actually didn't mean anything.
It didn't matter in this case at all.
Yeah.
But this is an interesting position because Twixen, we just saw get the Azure Drake at the start of his turn, which is going to give him a lot more fuel than Hosty has unless he top decks a sprint in the near future. Oh, if you play Dr. Boom, you can't play Whirling Blades, you cannot trade with the Drake.
Wow.
And that emergency coolant going to do a little bit of work here. Just stop the aggression.
But still, those bombs.
Yeah.
Every time those bombs are hitting the table, it's just such a. There's so many troubles you have to face when you're about to get wrecked by those bombs. I mean, by those bots.
Yeah. Do you just not play mechs this turn and wait one turn, or you go Mech Warper Yeti?
You have to think first something and then play just creatures, but you have actually spent the board just because of the bombs. And go face just not kill your own minions on your turns, you lose value.
Yeah, and this is no help. No help to Hosty here. That preparation, not useful at all.
He still has a really great board, and with a really lucky bombs, can be so much ahead.
Oh wow, the 2 damage on the Yeti. Perfect possible clear here if it hits the Drake. And it does, it lives!
So close, so close.
Oh wow, that Drake nearly saw the end of the tunnel, but a Frostbolt coming out here.
Second Drake for Wolf from 5D.
Do you just go full face?
Wait,
wow.
You can deal 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage to the face directly. Do you just go all in?
I think you do.
Anti-Killbot could really put a stop to your... Actually, yeah, to an extent, but not really. I think he was playing 1 yesterday. I mean, most rogues who decide to go the mech route and a little slower, tempo-wise with mechs, do opt for at least 1 Healbot, but I think it's still the appropriate play.
He plays 1 Frostbolt at least face.
You could actually just Frostbolt ping boom, and that's it.
But there's Deadly Poison, so...
He's gonna kill 1 Drake, he's gonna take 4 retaliation. That's a lot of damage taken from a second Drake. I mean, you still maintain the second Frostbolt, so... And Boom is dead to your ping next turn. I feel like Frostbolt Boom for 5 guarantees the kill on it, and the rogue still has to manage this board somehow with limited resources. Oh, wow. Okay, that's going to help. It clears the board completely. And Dr. Boom lives until it gets pinged, and then it doesn't live anymore.
He has 12 points of damage. So...
Yeah, 12 points of health against a mage is not a position you want to be in. And this is even worse because this is perfect for the for Twixsen here. Just being able to ping Dr. Boom, develop two really strong minions that are very sticky, hard to remove. 2 Blade Flares have been played. This is leaving Hosty in a pretty awkward spot. And just a taunt, you know, for good measure.
Yeah.
And the Auto Barber, no help here.
Hosty has really nothing to do.
So,
play the Barber.
And taunt it up.
Yep.
And then you hope you get Gaston Auctioneer next turn with a prep and try to streak into a million spells that you exactly need card for card. Oh, the Blast Mage.
Oh, wow.
The humanity.
Now this... Oh, look.
I thought it missed 4 times. Look at it.
Yes.
Alright, so the Rogue is going to be frozen this turn and then guaranteed to take lethal this turn. She's dead. Alright, the game goes to Twixsen, equalizing 1-1 in this series. Alright, so we're gonna see. Right, so Hosty is running a mid-range hunter with Savannah Highmane, Loatheb, and
there's the Undertaker.
The Undertaker web spinner start here. Unfortunately, unless he gets another 1-drop, that's going to die to a Frostbolt.
Yep.
Undertaker turn 1, turn 2 is web spinner, becomes a 2-3, and then Frostbolt takes it down. And Twixsen decides to keep a starting hand, which is actually very strong on the coin, because you get to coin Spider Tank, then Piloted Shredder. This is a very strong moment. Oh,
Second
wow.
Okay.
Okay, somebody's gonna have to bring out their dead.
Do you think he will use the Frostbolt right now?
I don't think he will, but he'll definitely be using it next turn, I can tell you that much.
That's for sure.
Instead of Spider Tank, which is going to put his tempo a little further behind, and the perfect curving with the Animal Companion for Hosty here. Oh, this is going to be devastating for Twixsen. Well, actually, Spider Tank has a pretty decent chance of being useful here. But you have to Frostbolt, unfortunately.
No, you have to use the Frostbolt. You can't allow the second both Undertakers to be bigger than that. Just
there's
one
no way.
throttle, and he has actually 2 Spider Tanks.
Spider Tanks, yeah.
What do you do from there? Nothing.
Alright, Clockwork Gnome being put down here to contest some of the board, at least try to, because he's got good turn 3 plays in Spider Tank. Animal Companion comes out, a pig. Alright, the piggy comes out. Tundra Rhino coming out for Hosty here. That could be devastating if you manage to get a Savannah Highmane and it sticks around. Yep. Could be very dangerous, and Spider Tank just up for grabs here.
And the Piloted Shredder on turn 4, that's perfect. Now,
yeah, you just throw away the
not vulnerable to.
You just go face.
Spider. Oh,
he trades.
Okay.
I think that was a proper play. Just making sure that you're gonna get, because the Piloted Shredder, you know, he's got the Tundra Rhino coming up. So, oh wow, the Clockwork Gnome.
Do you play it? I don't think so.
I think I played Tundra Rhino for the Savannah Highmane, and I just.
Now your opponent has 2 targets he has to deal with immediately. And
yeah, there's no way.
How can you deal with both? You have no way of dealing with both. You have to kill the Undertaker, and then you have somehow to kill the Tundra Rhino, because if you don't, then it's Savannah Highmane deals 6 to the damage to the face. It's like a fireball on foot.
What to do?
With a body.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So.
Alright, he opts to kill the Undertaker and gets a scavenging hyena, which is no help really to him right now.
Imagine the hyena in real life with a parachute. It's like.
Oh my god. Alright, this is game.
Yikes.
This is game already. That Tundra Rhino carrying up that turn 5 kill, turn 6 rather.
No.
Twixsen on the concede button, ready to leave here after he saw the Rhino, just expecting the Savannah Highmane to fall down.
And no Undertaker.
And he keeps Force of Nature. Wow.
What? Did you really?
Yeah, he kept Force of Nature in his starting hand. Apparently wants to reach for that lethal very, very quickly. Or... Maybe he wants to play around traps. I'm not so sure. Force of Nature, I mean, maybe he runs only the 1, and... I mean, he's on 2 cards right now. The Hunter has such nice acceleration. Oh, the Wild Growth. I mean, does that really help right now? He needs to top deck a follow-up right now.
Yeah, but
I don't think you have to. I don't think you can afford wild growthing here. There's no emergency. You're not guaranteed to get a follow-up 4-drop, so maybe you just wait a little bit before you do that.
both plays will have been justified, I think.
Yeah, I could see that, depending on what odds you're expecting out of your deck.
Swipe.
Yep.
Okay, that will be cool to use, but now you kinda... Now it all depends if you know what kind of traps your opponent plays.
If Twixsen actually scouted Hosty, he might know what's gonna come out. The thing is, Hosty is running explosive traps and freezing traps, and the randomness of the Mad Scientist makes it a bit difficult to play around both. You could play the odds and just say, you know, if he's running 2 freezings, then there's a 66% chance that I don't get heavily punished. But I think just, you know, armoring up an attacking face, passing until a better swipe, you know, presents itself, or wild growth think, because there's a lot of 5
wild growth. Yeah, I think you should do wild growth. Even if you would want draw into a 5-drop, then you will draw eventually into a bigger drop, so you want to accelerate that also.
Yeah, 5-drop, or you know, you could get Ancient of Lore a bit earlier, which is going to be a big deal with a 3-card hand. That's pretty small, quite frankly. Oh, the pig forcing an immediate response here for Twixsen. Needs to get a key for the growth.
Swine.
This is unbelievable. Is he going to taunt up the Mad Scientist?
I think so.
Is he thinking about doing this evil thing?
This is a really cool thing to do.
Oh, this is evil.
He taunts our face.
Taunts the face. Oh yes, now you have to attack me. Oh, this is not...
Savage Roar, that's not useful though. At least for now. And now you're in such an awful position.
Yeah, one more mana would allow the Force of Nature to be played, but...
Now you have to...
I think you wait one turn to... I mean, you could wait. Could you afford waiting one turn for Force of Nature? You trigger secrets and whatnot next turn?
Can you afford to get 4 points of damage from the Hover at this point of the game? I'm not sure.
Freezing Trap. Alright, there it is.
So
Plays Big Game Hunter.
Yeah. Or it's Snake Trap. We'll see in a second. Yeah, it's Freezing Trap because he can't play with Freezing Trap anyway.
Yeah, it's grayed out in the hand, so we know that it is Freezing Trap. And actually, right now, Twixsen's board could be very dangerous to Hosty. If somehow this whole thing sticks. Because the Freezing Trap is going to be sending back that BGH back to the hand.
Now he has to think if it's Freezing Trap or Snake Trap. He doesn't know.
Well, Swipe would deal with Snake Trap either way.
Yeah, true. So he won't be fearing the Snake Trap. So he will attack into the Shredder just to get value from the swipe if it's a Snake Trap, right? Then you
just
can
to make sure you can wipe the board, yes.
If it will be like a 3-2, then you could have been killed with the hero power from Druid because you have 6 mana.
This is kind of a terrible position, actually, because your Shade of Nax dies to either of the minions on the board. So the best way to really counter it... I mean, could you Force of Nature this board down?
Maybe you should have Force of Nature before. Like, if you will be certain that this is a trap, you would have been using the Force of Nature to get 1/3 and back to his hand.
You're right. So, wow, 4-1 show cannot play traps now. Unless he saunters off his own panda. Oh, this is not the card you... What?
Okay.
No.
That happened?
That would have given you trap information.
That's weird.
I know that, because I play that card all day long. I know what's up. I know how to play Cho. You don't kill the thing against the hunter. You let it live as long as possible. Oh no. This is like the one piece of actual competitive advice I can give you is how to play Lore Walker Cho. I can tell you right now, you want to play that card properly, do not, I repeat, do not kill it. Oh, and this Shade of Nax is going to get reset.
Why
this is not cool. Twixsen, what have you done? You ruined everything. Oh no.
You just lost an innervate with that.
Oh, this is terrible. He could have played... I think he really wants to set up a combo. He has it in hand. You could just replay Shade and Wrath, I guess.
The Hunter is at 28 points.
Yeah, the Hunter hasn't taken any damage at all. Yeah, he can't combo. I thought Force of Nature would have been a much stronger play in general. Because you're guaranteed to clear the board and you maintain the Shade at 7 attack on the board untouched, so... Maybe he wants to make sure that he can replay the BGH, because as long as the Shade is at 7 attack and more, BGH cannot be replayed as a minion, because it's going to kill it. And right now, actually, the Loatheb is looking like a pretty good Sylvana. Maybe not. Sludge Belcher adding itself to the roster of cards here in Twixsen's options.
Well, you play Sylvana, so... Well, no, you can't. You have to play the Belcher, but the Belcher sucks against the Loatheb.
Belcher can be somewhat useful against Loatheb, just to stop the bit of damage coming in. And you can always top deck, Keeper of the Grove to finish it off. You've got another Wrath, you've got another Swipe. You can always Savage Roar if you want to take the 5, or use the Slime to finish off Loatheb necessarily next turn. Because you can pull off the combo next turn with Force of Nature Roar.
But man, that 6 points of damage that the Shade didn't do...
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal.
How much points of damage is that if he doesn't kill the Belcher? That's 4, 6, 9,
the board is gone
11,
now.
That's 25. That's lethal. He has to kill 1 minion. And
yeah, Twixsen has no more minions on the board right now.
Never mind.
Yep, Sylvana's pretty much the only play here.
Sylvana's and you draw into second Savage Roar and go for 22 points of damage.
Alright, the dream might be real. The dream might be real.
But you're too awful with that scenario.
Yep.
So you have to get a minion. You have to get a minion on board.
Yeah, you're gonna have the little Haunted Creeper.
Oh, okay, so it might be lethal with second Savage Roar.
Yep. If he gets the second Savage Roar, this is going to be a really close win, but he's gonna get it because he's not even dead to Savannah Jaime next turn. He has 2 turns to top deck his win condition at the moment, which is another Savage Roar. Oh, that's a really nice pickup here for Twixsen. Going to guarantee a huge board for that Savage Roar.
This is a really bad spot now for Hosty.
Yeah, I thought it was a really nice position, but playing Dr. Boom last turn would have actually prevented the situation from being too dramatic.
Yep, now he lost.
Yep, now there is no way for him to actually remove the board very effectively without sacrificing the win. So Dr. Boom would have been a better play than Savannah Jaime.
Well played, but good.
Force of Nature Savage Roar buying the game again for Druid to just completely obliterate, giving you so much reach. That combo, all you need is 1 extra minion to pump out a crap ton of damage. It's actually pretty intense if you think about it.
Yep.
Just a little Haunted Creeper makes all the difference, reaching for 17 instead of 14. That's more than half your health. It's really...
Just 1 every single time.
I'm actually curious. We'd have to go through all the VODs, but so far I've got a vague suspicion. Once or twice it's not been the case. Wait, did Twixsen keep his hand?
No, that's not possible.
He did.
You're sure?
He did. He kept the Shredder, Ancient of Lore, and Dr. Boom. He kept everything.
Okay. Why would you do that?
Harder to the cards. I guess you can't fail if you don't try, right?
Well, I know the Ancient of Lore is really crucial in this matchup, but... Yeah.
I mean, why did he...
My thanks to you.
I'm not sure. Maybe it was just a mistake with the spectator mode. It's possible, right?
Yeah, it's possible we're not seeing things right. Maybe that's not what's happening. But right now, Hosty is going to get a turn 4 Dr. Boom on the board.
I just facepalmed myself.
Alright, guys. We were talking about...
who plays the Dr. Boom first? But, we were thinking about turn 7, not turn 4.
Like a tempo play, not just a random... Actually, Twixsen's hand right now, even though it's not super strong, it could... No, there's no way. There's no... I was trying to make excuses here. There's no way. BGH top deck could solve that situation, but right now this is...
It will help, not solve.
Savage Roar next turn. Is that lethal? That's lethal next turn with Savage Roar. It's over.
Yeah.
That's it.
It feels like if you watch a game between me and who was that? It was Max from Method. We played in I don't remember which tournament, but I had a 10 4 kill with Droid because I played 200 creepers.
Oh
No,
my god.
two echoing goose or echoing goose with 100 creeper, and then turn 3 Savage Roar, turn 4 Savage Roar. Thank you.
Yeah, just like two perfect lineup of 4 minions attacking into his face right away.
Yeah, it was 3 minions, but you know, it was like turn 3, change Savage Roar into almost a Pyroblast for 3 mana.
Yeah.
Because it was just 8 points of damage. And now it's wow. How much damage is that?
Well, he's down to 7 health right now. There's no salvaging this unless miracles happen.
Solves a really short-term problem.
An immediate lethal, a short-term problem, yes.